Hello guys, welcome to Be Informed. Qatar is certainly one of the most expensive regions in the Middle East. But still, Doha is less expensive than Dubai and Riyadh, but more expensive than Kuwait City and Muscat. Utilities will cost significantly less since they are largely subsidized, but food and drinks will be more expensive. Because of lot of food is imported, you can expect to pay much more for it than you would normally. Similarly, accommodation is expensive in this country. On the other hand, salaries are high and with no personal income tax to pay. You will be keeping everything you make. Your expenses in Qatar will vary greatly depending on your lifestyle and your family and of course your salary package. If salary and benefits you are offered cover your cost of living, then all is good. Qatar does not rate too well on the cost of living, but one thing for sure, expats living here benefit from no taxation, accident safety, and healthcare. So moving on to wages and salaries in Qatar, since there is no income tax, salaries in Qatar are on an average much higher than it would be in other countries. Qatar has also set a minimum wage of 750 riyals per month. So salary of an IT manager would be between 44,000 to 58,000 riyals per month. Salary of a lawyer would be around 35,000 to 45,000 riyals per month. Salary of a doctor would be between 35,000 to 42,000 riyals per month. Salary of a finance manager would be between 30,000 to 42,000 riyals per month, and a salary of a teacher would be between 15,000 to 20,000 riyals per month. Before moving, I would like to mention I put my heart and soul in collecting information and making these videos. Please guys, subscribe to this channel and do give a thumbs up. So moving to one of the major expenses while living in Qatar is accommodation. Housing expenses depend on many factors, the kind of house you stay in and where you are located, things like that. But one important factor is your employment in Qatar. That's because sometimes your employer or agency provides free housing. If you don't have free accommodation, you can choose to rent, and the prices vary depending on the amenities and the location. Some employers give housing allowance, which you can use to help alleviate rental expenses. So if you choose to live in the center of the city, the rents would be higher. But as you move farther from the center of the city, the rents would be lower. So the rent of an apartment with one bedroom in the center of the city would be around 5,500 riyals, and for 3 bedroom it would be 10,000 riyals. But if you go away from the center, the rent for 1 bedroom apartment would be 3,500 riyals, and apartment with 3 bedrooms would be around 6,000 to 7,000 riyals per month. These are the average rents. In contrast to accommodation, utilities are not that expensive in Qatar. The cost of basic electricity, heating, cooling, water and garbage for 85 meter square apartment would be around 325 riyals per month. And if we talk about telephone, cell phone or internet, these communication related bills can get really high in Qatar. However, the good news is that Qatar's internet speed is one of the fastest among Middle Eastern countries. The internet of 60 Mbps or more would cost around 300 riyals per month. So moving on to food and grocery. Food and grocery is becoming more expensive in Qatar these days. For example, if you eat out at the business district, a typical lunch is worth 43 riyals per person, and a combo meal in a fast food restaurant would cost around 25 to 30 riyals per person. Some regular grocery items include 1 liter milk is 7 riyals, 15 riyals for a dozen large eggs, on an average basis for 1 kg of tomatoes around 5 riyals, and 1 loaf of bread would be around 6 to 7 riyals. Some of the commonly used items I have shown on the screen, you can see from there. If you have a meal at an inexpensive restaurant, it would cost around 30 riyals for per person, and meal for 2 people at mid-range restaurant would cost around 200 riyals. Aside from housing allowance, some employees provide educational allowance, especially if expats have a family status. While tuition fees are high, you can be assured that the quality of education in the country is excellent. The free public school system in Qatar is provided, but but it is exclusively for locals. So foreigners will have to pay for their children's education. School fees vary depending on the school and the child's grade level, and there will also be additional costs such as application costs, uniforms, and transportation fees. So on an average, preschool fee for one child per month would be around 2,500 riyals. International primary school fee for a child for 1 year would be between 18,000 to 50,000, and for secondary school it would be between 30,000 to 75,000. So moving on to healthcare system in Qatar. Qatar is well known around the world for having excellent healthcare system. The health services provided are not limited to Qatari citizens as in the case of education. Expats also receive excellent healthcare. To do so, you need to register and obtain a health card, which is your access card for health services. Through the health card, you also get discounts on billing or medical expenses. After that, moving to extracurricular activities. So if you want to join some fitness club or gym, the fee for one adult per month would be around 400 riyals, and if you want to join some tennis court, the rate for that would be 110 riyals for 1 hour. And if you want to have some recreational activities like movies, cinema, so the per person ticket would be around 35 riyals. After that, moving to clothing. Clothing in Qatar is usually very expensive, but here is a trick to it. The best time to buy clothing is during sales or promo periods. Qatar has a wide variety of brands. You will find the inexpensive or economical brands to high-end brands. So normally a pair of jeans in Qatar would cost around 245 riyals, and a summer dress with high-end streets like H&M cost would around 223 riyals. So for clothing, you don't need to worry because you will find a wide range of clothing brands. If you want to buy economical, stylish clothes, you will find shops, of course, if you go for a hunt. And if you want to buy high-end products or brands, then there is no end to shops here in Qatar. Having said that all, Qatar has a lot to offer. It all depends upon the choices you made. You will be available to have hands-on cheap or inexpensive stuff as well as to high-end products. So this is the sum of my experience for living in Qatar for a long time, plus the information I gathered from internet. I'm sure it has cleared your perspective of expenses here in Qatar. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.